Hey everybody, this is the weekly recap for the events, generally speaking, in Washington, D.C. So this week was National Police Week, and I will always stand with our men and women who are out on the front lines every single day in our communities, keeping us safe. And this week in particular, I voted in favor of 8 bills dealing with what police have to deal with and trying to make sure that they have everything they need to keep us secure and safe in the light of and in the wake of a wide open border, riots on campus, and rising crime rates that are often now unreported. They might be unreported in statistics, but the police are feeling them every single day. And so we honor their commitment this week very specifically. And I say thank you to everybody that has ever worn the uniform and continues to do so.
Tell us about the committee hearing with Transportation and Infrastructure on the Key Bridge.
Yeah, we had I'm on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. We had a hearing on the Francis Scott Key Bridge. As you know, it collapsed in Maryland, being hit by a ship. And we're discussing particularly how it's being funded. If you watch the hearing, you'll note that I asked about what they're talking about is 100% share of federal dollars. So essentially the federal government will pay for all of the bridge. Now, on an interstate, that would be appropriate. We would have the money for that because we would save the money or have insurance, what have you, for it. But in this case, this is a bridge owned by Maryland, tolled by Maryland, with all the tolling money going to Maryland, and where the secretary said that they would repair the bridge under the same precedent as other bridges. There isn't a precedent for this. And I just made the point that it's unfair to make all of America pay for this bridge, which is now up to $2 billion. The cost is expected $1.9 billion. And then immediately go back and pay for it again every time you cross it via a toll. And there ought to be some way for the American people to recoup that money, knowing that the surface transportation fund, what paves our highways and our bridges on a federal level, is way behind, and the disaster relief fund is way behind, billions of dollars behind. Literally don't have the money for this. So if we're going to toll it, okay, but let's make sure we recoup the money for the American people. And also, let's make sure we get the insurance money, not only from the company that hit the bridge, the ship company, but also from Maryland, who took an insurance policy out on the bridge. And that money should go towards the bridge and not, we should require the federal government, the federal taxpayers, to pay for that portion as well.
Talk to us about what the administration did this week with Israel and what Congress's response was.
So President Biden has been kind of flip-flopping back and forth on support of Israel, not support of Israel. As you know, I voted numerous times, and there have been numerous proposals to provide the munitions and the military hardware that Israel needs while it's at war. And unfortunately, at this very critical moment, the president has said, I'm not going to provide certain things. And so we passed a bill that says, this is what we've passed in Congress. This is what you signed. This is what Israel is expecting. Send the equipment that they need. And so we passed that, and I supported that. Is that it for the week? Oh, well, one last thing. Merrick Garland was held in contempt of Congress by 2 committees. He has failed to respond to a lawfully provided subpoena for information that we need regarding the investigation of the president. And so that happened, which is a noteworthy event. With that, I hope you have a wonderful and safe week, and I'll talk to you next week. God bless you.